A little bit, let's get away from some of the deep stuff just for a moment. So, what does it look like behind the scenes for a beauty pageant contestant? First of all, do you have a team with you that's helping you make decisions, or like are all the decisions yours? I imagine the final decisions are yours, but you probably have advisors, right?
Right. I definitely have a team. When I was Miss Alabama, I had the whole Miss Alabama board of directors who were so encouraging and helpful to get all my wardrobe together. So this is all the fun stuff, but it also can be very detailed oriented. Where are working on an interview, you're working with other mock judges to help you and to prepare you for on stage questions for that private interview with the judges, as well as making sure you look your best. And Miss Nan Tenenbaum, who is the president over the Miss Alabama organization, she definitely wanted me to look and feel my best when I was going out as Miss Alabama and also competing at Miss America. So I definitely had a team. They always wanted my input because she wanted me to feel good in everything that I was doing. Because at the end of the day, I only have this one opportunity to be Miss Alabama and to go to Miss America and to be a role model to others. So it definitely was a fun time, but I did not do it alone and I had a lot of help and
I
support.
ask that question simply because, as an observer, I have seen some pageants in the past that just lacked personality. You know what I'm saying? Like you have all of these young ladies that are out there trying to be noticed, and yet they all sounded and looked like machines to me. And I feel like that personality, like more recently, I've seen more personality in these shows. So I was just curious why that might be. Like I said, I used to see the mechanical, almost like a conveyor belt of women, but now you guys are allowed to shine a little bit more. What changed in that aspect? Was there a change at all for that to happen?
I really think that sometimes it may be some of that behind the scenes work. And I hope that maybe now, as we get into more and more of modern era where we're using more of social media and technology, and we're talking about how those are usually the highlight reels of our lives where we want people
Yep.
to see. But there's also times where you see vulnerability, and you're getting to see now a lot of these local title holders, even before they may win their state title and go to Miss America, that they are showing you their everyday process and their steps and showing you what they look like before they even get to their state competitions, which I think is such a vulnerable but authentic thing to do, especially as a young woman, to show that this is the final product that you may see when the lights and the shows and everything is coming to a complete 100 and you're ready to go. But that there's a lot of times where you may doubt yourself.
Yep.
You feel like, I don't know if I should choose this talent. I don't know if I like this dress. There are those moments that you doubt. And so I love that we're seeing more of that today. And I think that's the biggest change from even 5 years ago when I was Miss Alabama.
And now, with the 24/7 accessibility world, with the advent of social media and the internet, everybody has a phone. Everybody's a director. Everybody's a producer. Everybody's a content creator. So it's so hard to hide behind a system now because everybody is showing the behinds of all the systems. That's why wrestling doesn't work quite as well anymore, right? Because it's like
Right.
people realize this is scripted. This is a movie essentially. Like if you took film and sports, that's wrestling. But 20 years ago, everybody thought these guys hated each other. But you know what I'm saying? But anyway, in the talent portion of you mentioned your talent was as an opera singer. When you're younger, I mean, I would imagine before you even decide to do the pageant world, you have to understand and ferret out what your talent is. Which came first for you, the talent or the pageant?
The talent. The talent definitely came first before I decided to compete in any pageant, especially in the Miss America organization where we do have talent as a phase of competition. I love to perform, and really, I got that love to perform once again from my mother, who was a
Mm-hmm.
performer. She wasn't an opera singer, but she was always there to guide me in the right direction and to tell me the truth about everything. And so we worked very well together. And I did show choir like crazy growing up. I loved it so much. And I eventually I always say this, but Mr. Andrews is his name, and he was my choral director in middle school. And he was the one who really encouraged me in my gift. Because when you're not really sure about something, you're thinking maybe I need to perform in front of somebody at least once to see how this relates to other people,
Yep.
and maybe not just the people at home. And I always say he was like the choral director off of Glee because he was always so much fun and he encouraged everyone. But he saw something in me that maybe at that time I did not see in myself. And he encouraged me. And I ended up being one of the soloists that he picked to compete at the regional competitions when we would all go for those show choir competitions. And I love that. And that's where it really started, from just trying a little bit out here and there at home with my mom, and then venturing out in middle school and competing in show choir. And then right from there, it wasn't too long after that that I got into deciding, okay, now if I'm going to compete in the Miss Alabama organization, I need a talent, and what is it going to be? And that was always fun preparing for that.
It sounds like that was built in for you already. Then, like it was like life was preparing you for what was to come, right? So,
Right.